Let's go to Vic in Nocal. Yo, Victor, what's up, dude?
What's up, Rome? Yo, man, this is my first call to your new X studio, and all I got to say is, you're welcome. You're welcome for your new studio, Rome.
Thanks, dude.
I did that.
Thank you very much, dude. Good looking out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you're aware that people out there on the internet and such are already colloquially referring to your new studio as the house that Vic built. Hey, that's not me saying that, okay? It's what they are saying. People are saying that. I would never say anything like that for fear that it might come across as a bit arrogant, and I wouldn't want that. That's not exactly my style. Rome, I want to give a shout-out to James Kelley. Yo, what up, Guardian Cap? How you living, bro? And you know I got a shout-out to my gal, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. How you doing? How's your life? You doing all right? Good, good. And, Rome, I see that other lady there. But what happened to that ginger with the ponytail and the big nose with his Ichabod Crane-looking ass? I mean, damn, between that guy and old Pumpkinhead Kelly over there, you got the whole cast of Sleepy Hollow covered. As far as my boy Alvin, Rome, you know how Kyrie Irving has that nickname, World B. Flat, which is pretty funny, by the way, but it got me thinking, what if Alvin DeLauro, that's former McDonald's high school All-American point guard Alvin DeLauro, what if he never gave up his hoop dreams to go make babies? What kind of NBA nickname might Alvin have had? We know Alvin gets a lot of booty, so how about Mo Cheeks? Or how about Jeff Horny Sex? Giving new meaning to the term swingman. Yeah, swingman. Or we all know Alvin's domain is the bedroom, Rome. That's his natural habitat. That's where he feels most comfortable, most confident. When it comes to bedroom activities, Alvin is never nervous, a.k.a. Pervy Ellison. Alvin, you're a pervert. You're a sick little man. But hey, at least you make better gambling picks than that criminal Big Head Kelly over there. Rome, I made the mistake of following some of James Kelley's betting advice. I've lost like $300 listening to that convict. Yeah, thanks a lot for the great gambling advice there, Shawshank. You know, I have a few friends in law enforcement, Rome, and they did a little digging for me into the Big Head's murky criminal past. Dude, did you know Kelly was actually looking at doing some serious time in the clink? Yeah, he went to trial and everything. Here's the thing, though. Turns out the Big Head's trial featured a bit of a celebrity jury. Yeah, some of the jurors included famous names you might recognize, such as Tommy Lee, Nick Foles, Milton Berle, and even Greg Norman. So yeah, naturally, the Big Head got off scot-free thanks to a hung jury. So yeah, you better be careful with the Big Head, man. His criminal past is quite shady, if you ask me. It's a bit fishy. It's fishier than Megan Rapinoe's breath, if you know what I mean, brother. And the thing is...
That's not a good call. No.
Fortunately, Vic, I do know what you mean.
Not a very good call.
And that's going to get you run, and it did. I don't even know what took Alvin so long. What was it, Alvin, about that part that you did not understand? Vic, he's won the smack off. Vic can get pretty filthy. Vic can get pretty nasty. But you know what, though? The one thing I'll always say about Vic, I'll always say this about Vic, and I always appreciate this about Vic. Vic is a former champ that comes in. Vic is a former champ that is a frequent contributor. Vic still is a pretty high-volume shooter. Now, that's nothing, and that's not a veiled shot against the BIC. BIC is the best to ever do it. I'm just saying, Brad comes in maybe once a year to collect his crown and his money. He's that good. Actually, Brad will come in twice a year. Maybe once if we debut a new platform, or maybe just once to remind us who the king is. But Vic comes in a lot for a former champ. Hey, James, you track these things. If you're still with us, James, given that he just murdered you verbally, how many former champs, if you had to guess, come in as frequently as Vic? Silk does. Silk. All right. Yeah, Silk does. Silk does. Better question would be, how the hell did he win?
Bruh.
But he did. He did. That's been the forever question. Hey, Rome, he's a narc. He's a narc, Rome. But the bigger question is, and not that we don't know that snitches get stitches, and the clones hate him for being a narc, and hate him for gravy training his wife, and hate him for being a surf bra, living the good life.
Stitches.
Almost to a person, everybody wants to know, how the hell did that guy win? You know how he won? I'm going to tell you how he won. Silk, and taking nothing away from the competition that day, Silk ran his best race ever when it mattered most. So, does Silk's best beat Brad's best? Of course not. But Silk's best on that day was better than everybody else. So as much as you want to take that championship from him, you can't.
Bruh.
He will always be a smack-off champ. Like Vic will always be a smack-off champ. Like Jeff in Richmond will always be a smack-off champ. No matter what you say about these guys, and the guys that have only won once, they've won. That's all that matters. And Vic still comes in, and he's still dangerous. Obviously, you just heard him. And still out of control and over the line. And if you're watching on the stream, get a golden ticket. Smack off 30. No, we do not have a date yet, but we will. I'm working through some things. All right, when we come back, Kevin Millar joins us. Hey, Vic, good to see you. Until the very end. And then it was not so good to hear you. But up until then, it was fine. Even when you were talking about the hung jury. No way. Milton Berle made the hung jury. Greg Norman, no way. Where were you? Oh, I know what you did there, Vic. What, the French pole vaulter did not want any of that?